The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is to this. He is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Duncan. He's got him in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll try to get it through the air. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got H here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and this off, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's a kind of bit. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Back to pass, it's Duncan. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle. Pretty good yardage.
And then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early. Opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the 3rd down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw on the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10. And a first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Power football with the run. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
The defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the toss. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Field goal is good. That will extend their lead even further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abraham. I imagine he's going to get it on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Back to throw. It's Duncan. Got his man on the outside. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Back open in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Now they're really starting to threaten as down at the 34-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The run to the left. And a nice run there. Finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Darts. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Looking to pass, it's Sampson. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. The Ducks are on the move. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Makes the catch. It's Wells. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end. And for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Dropping back, it's Duncan. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Time has expired here in the quarter and Oregon has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice... Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. Handoff from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On second down, looking to throw. Going for the big play. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Now on second down. To the air, it's Sampson. Flips it out in the flat. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's a... has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Abraham. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hold. Ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they'll keep the ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line. Breaks on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
Too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Looking for a man. It's Sampson. Quickly to the tight end. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback. Get start some momentum going back the other direction.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Abraham. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, running back on the move. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the... Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Duncan. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make this good pickup. It's still short of the first down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's great. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Bruins have this offense rolling. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wells.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Banks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he slips the first defender and picks up a hand. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the Bruins get it.
Well, it's an offense that prides himself on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Motion from the offense. On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Texas A&M. Your boy KC has you in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the RPO, complete. And he was able to get away. But plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Here on second down. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. Handoff to the single running back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Back to throw. It's Duncan. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Now on second down after the incompletion. Got his man downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Duncan. And a little too much adrenaline on that. Receiver a chance. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the side. Making a good gain on that one.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll go to the air on third and short. He makes the connection. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Got his man on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Bruins will punt it away on fourth down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Catch in the middle, it's Beckham. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They'll throw it on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. It has been said that the other team go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. Runs through a tackle. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
The Ducks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. CLA will go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punt. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Duncan. Looking for a huge play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Gonna run it. It's Card. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll pull it on the read. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 12 over Texas A&M. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
A lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you can...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in his... Now for this... I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Off play action. Finds his tight end.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the 1st down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Sampson. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Abraham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
A lot about this quarterback. fight through adversity after that last drive.
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Finds his man. It's Shaw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bruin. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, Davey.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's 3rd and more manageable as opposed to 3rd and long. You could tell the defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up. running back. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. To the air, it's Duncan. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
The Ducks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of gallant.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on, this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Reddick. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bob.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll do it himself. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, going for the 1st down with the give to the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. On the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Duncan. Gets it out fast. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. That last completion has them set up 2nd and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Got it set up on the outside. And that one... grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. And connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Roach. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep... The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there. Wrestles him to the ground.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Quarterback on the keeper. On the move at the 30. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to...
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
On the run, it's Okada. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Moncrief. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.